We are going to practice adding endings. Say endings. Endings. The illustrator will give you clues. They saw somebody sitting on the bench and they were similar, weren't they? What does similar mean? So it's actually not good having me here. You want me gone.
Yeah, actually, you should leave.
Actually, I changed my mind.
Actually,
get out. It's kind of like a little mini plane with me. I don't know if that was helpful or not. My first name is Maylene. I know you know. You're first. How do I know what any of this is?
Label.
Label. So hi sweet friend, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maylene Call from Mrs. Call's Campers. I am a 4th year first grade teacher and I currently teach in Nevada. Today is Monday. It's going to be an interesting week because I will not be here Thursday or Friday because I am flying back to Tennessee for my sister's wedding. Super quick chat this morning. I realized I haven't had a normal week of school because the first 2 weeks of school, it was back to school stuff. There was a ton to do that was with the actual school. Last week, which is our 3rd week of school, and the 2nd week, I actually had dentist appointments both weeks. And then this week I'm going to be flying out Thursday and Friday. Next week is Labor Day. The week after that is a staff professional development day. So we won't be there Monday and I'm just like, whoa, okay. Like, need to throw expectations of a normal week out the window and just be done with that thought. Okay, so I actually totally forgot that I had a substitute on Friday, which actually the sub situation is a little bit interesting because I'm sure where you are it's the same thing, but there's never enough subs. So your kids kind of just go wherever sometimes. So I'm interested to see any notes and really what they got done, if anything at all. Here's my table. I have some packages and I brought some stuff that I was gifted. So let's take a look. Looks like they did get some handwriting done. My kids last week actually lost Fun Friday, so I didn't leave anything super fun for them to do. Oh my gosh, they did all of this handwriting. I was not expecting them to get the whole packet of handwriting done. That's crazy, but you can tell some of my kids really need it. So, okay, that's good. They didn't get to color these buses, so that might be an early finisher today. Got my handwriting. I get questions about my print rhythm that I use. This is called the Peterson Print Rhythm, and I just got this from Google Images. That's what it looks like, front and back. And I'll leave this if there's like a guest teacher. That way they can, like, I don't know. I just leave it. So, and I keep all of my old sub plans and any sub notes, which I don't have any sub notes, I think because my kids were with so many or a couple of different teachers, but I keep them all together. Oh yeah, and I forgot the other thing I left is this editing sentences page, since we did our Writing Superstar song last week and practiced editing sentences. I'm gonna date stamp them. Also, by the way, I'm going to show you some things that I got from Really Good Stuff. I do work with them and I have a code that you can use for yourself, you can use for your school if they're ordering anything for you. But they sent me some really cool things this time. So, the first thing they sent me is called this Mondo Marble Stress Ball. And it is the most, look how big it is first of all, but it is the most satisfying. This is absolute heaven. Like, it is so pleasant. I love but I want to use it for that flinch game that I was telling you guys about. That's so much fun. Fun because you have to pay attention. That's why it's so good. So they all stood up on the edge of the carpet. It's a standing game, so everyone stands in a circle. It's nice actually to have the carpet because there's like a clear place for them to be, whereas if you're outside, it's just kind of wherever. You explain to them that you might throw them the ball, and if you throw it to them, they have to catch it. If they do not catch it, they're out and they have to sit down. Or you might pretend to throw it, and if they flinch, they're also out. So I like to do fun things, like I'll be looking over here and I'll throw it sideways, or I'll throw it behind me, or I'll be looking over here and I'll flinch it this way. It is so much fun. Hopefully that made sense for my explanation, but basically you go around and you try to get everybody out. They catch it, they throw it back to me, they're safe. Pretend to throw it, and that person flinches, they're out, they sit down, and we keep going until there's a winner. Technically, the winner is supposed to then be in the circle. That's the game. It's called flinch, so try it out with your kids. I promise you they will love it. It's soft, and if you get hit with it, like, it's okay. And it's just fun to squeeze. And then the other thing they sent me was word building sliders for blends and digraphs, which will be perfect when we practice blends and digraphs. And what I thought was really cool was it self-checking. So it has the blend here, and then they would make a word. So let's say they make the word drink, and then they would have to find the picture that matches, and then they could check on the back if the symbols match. Awesome to put in like a center for them because it is self-checking, and that's one of the things that like people say about centers, like they don't know if they're doing something right or doing something wrong, but anything that's self-checking is really, really good. So Amazon packages. Oh, okay, so I knew this was coming. This is from Sammy. Thank you, Sammy, because she sent me I got an email and it told me to accept a gift. So I already saw what it was, but this is Wilma Jean and the Worry Machine, so that's exciting. I am such a sucker for SEL books. I love them, and they're the perfect time filler too. If you have extra time, SEL book. I get so excited when stuff that's been on my list for so long gets to me. You know, I really admire your passion for teaching and commitment to your students. Your positivity, even in tough times, inspires me. Hope you and your kids enjoy. From Sydney. Can you just tell? It is absolutely enchanting. It's called The Night Gardener. Look. Oh my gosh. I am obsessed. I am so excited. I'm going to go through, take a closer look at that, see where I can fit it in. Look, so magical. Here's all my stuff for this week because I haven't put it away. So I need to glue this and just prep the anchor chart, but I have all my copies and everything for the week done. I have my PowerPoint for the week already done. I've been working really hard this year to just stay ahead because in the past, like whenever you get behind or you start planning week to week, it just makes it really hard to catch up. And last week with the combo class, it was tricky because I just wasn't sure fully what to expect. But this year, I know what to expect. So I can stay a week ahead, and I also have parent volunteers who come in on Thursday and Friday and will help me, which I won't be here Thursday and Friday, but I think they can still come in. So that is actually taking a huge load off my plate since I don't have an aide this year. I'm gonna run you through what my slides look like this week before we start the video. Well, we've already started the video. How far are we? Like 6 minutes in the video? So I don't usually do this, but I figured it might be a little bit helpful. I'm going to show you just like all of my slides for the week. Well, I'll show you one for the day, and it kind of is similar every week. That way you can get an idea. I am using my PowerPoint kit. I literally drag it from my PowerPoint kit into my PowerPoint. Taking the time to set up your template for the week will be really, really helpful because every week after that, you can just edit it. Okay, I'm covering student names. I have my morning message, STEM bins, and a timer for the morning. And then after that, I have just like little dividers for the section so they know what's coming up. So literacy, we start with a rhyme magic warm-up. I have my timer for 5 minutes. This is how they can earn dojo points. And then I start the timer, and then sight words review, and this week we're going to be learning sight words. Here's how they can earn dojo points. So for the review portion, I'm just going to flash the cards, and for the learning portion, I have this template from, I'll put it on screen. Actually, I'll just link it below because these are meant to be printed out. And then I have up here just so I can see which sight words we're going to be doing. And I just pulled these from the poem that we're doing this week. And then when we start our decodables and all that, it'll be linked with that too. But anyways, you tap the sounds and then they write. What, you know how to do that. Okay, so then we move on to blending, and they actually will have their clean slates boards and a little template like this, and we're going to practice blending these sounds. This is also a template that I will link for you in the description box. I just screenshotted this from a pack that I got on TPT, and we're just going to practice blending these words because this week we're going to be doing short O and short U. So after blending, we move into poetry. So it's day 1, so we're going to highlight in yellow. I'll link this resource below if I can remember. I think I linked it in my last vlog. We are not second graders, but there was an extra poem in there, and I started poetry early, so I'm just going to do this poem, and then they'll get their poetry folders. Then we move into our read aloud after grammar. Poetry is where I kind of do all of my grammar skills because each day it's a different thing that we focus on. So capital letters, nouns, adjectives, all of those things get added in. Our read aloud, this is what I'm focusing on, and I've already printed my vocabulary cards. All that's ready to go. I just need to make the template for the chart. Okay, so I'm covering up pictures of my kids because they're groups. You can see like they're groups. And I need to take pictures. Actually, I need to do that this morning. I'm going to take pictures of the areas in my classroom where their center will be and put that in there. So maybe I can show you that later. And then here's the order of what they do. So they're going to do their center folder first. They're going to do a Smarty pick, and then they can do AR. And here's how they can earn dojo points. And here's the timer for them and myself. After centers, we clean up. So here's my cleanup slide. And again, if you like these kind of templates, all of this is in my Teachers Pay Teachers. I'll link it below. And then I have a song for cleaning up. Then after lunch, we do phonemic awareness. There's the timer, try to beat the timer. Then we move into writing. I don't have a slide because it's all in our journals. Actually, I lied. And then there's math, and then we just do a little warm up. I'm probably going to stop doing number formation after this week. Then I have my number talk. I want to take a picture of a student with their thumb up by their heart just to remind them. And then I have a link to a Rec and Rec that is online because I don't have a physical Rec and Rec. The website is this one. I don't know. But you can kind of drag it and do it that way. Then after math, and then I have this fast facts just to practice with more number sense. And then social studies, this is from Little Thinkers. I'm not totally in love with this, to be honest with you. I have our learning targets. Here's like our big goal. And then I have the book linked. If I just click that picture, this is just a PowerPoint with the book. So if I click to, let's see, what are we doing? Friendship or something this week? I don't remember. But I can go straight to that book. Okay, exit out of there. Okay, the next slide, this is, so we're doing respect and responsibility. Then I have this, we're going to brainstorm this together. So basically this is what my template looks like, and then we do this part together too. And then it goes into the last slide. I know I went super fast. If you're interested in that kind of like PowerPoint video and me talking you through it, I do have a video right up here that you can watch. But I just wanted to show you in this vlog super quick because number 1, I know I'm not filming Thursday or Friday, so a little extra content for you. And number 2, if you are new to my channel, it's kind of helpful to see how I'm teaching, how I'm structuring our day, which you will see, and I will see you in a quick sec. Okay, so it's the end of the day. I did get some filmed for you. I filmed a little bit of rhyme magic for you. All right, let's see if we can beat our timer. You can earn a dojo point by and nice job, first grade. Remember, your eyes need to be glued to the rhyme, and we're gonna say it 3 times together. Here we go. Ot. Spell got. G-O-T. Got. Beautiful. 3 times. Egg. At. Ip. Good. Spell zip. Z-I-P. Zip. Nice job. We are going to practice adding endings. Say endings. Where do you think we find endings in a word?
At the end.
At the end. Good. So we're going to practice just the sounds that our endings make. I need your eyes to follow my little corgi. Ready? Repeat after me. St. Ing. Est. E. Good. Why is this Y? Why did I say E when I pointed to it? Who can tell me?
Because the Y can say E.
Yeah, Y can say E or I or E or I or E. At the end of the word, it's probably going to say what? E. Good. And the last one is O. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. Repeat after me. A word, I want you to tell me if you hear the ending. You don't have to tell me which one. Just tell me if you hear an ending on the word. Mom. Do you hear an ending or no? No. What about the word mommy? Yes, good. What's the ending?
E.
So we're gonna spell it with a, oh my gosh, first graders, kiss your brain. That was tricky. Spell mom.
M-O-M.
Whenever we add one of our endings to our word that has our rhyme, we are going to double the last letter. So if I wanted to make the word mommy, which letter would I double? M. Let's practice doubling the letter, and we're gonna add our ending. What's the ending? Y, which says E. Very tricky. Stay with me. Ready? Spell mommy. Ready? M-M-Y. Do you see how I have my last finger here to show me how many letters are missing for our ending? Okay, ready? Let's spell another one. Eb. Good. And. Eyes looking. Ab. Et. Good. I want you to listen for the ending in the word settle. Do you hear an ending?
No.
Settle. Let's see. We have S-T-E-L. Do you hear one of those endings? Oh, good. So I'm going to put 2 fingers here to show you that our ending has 2 letters. Let's spell the word settle. T-T-L-E. Settle. Good. Let's do it one more time all together. Let's spell the word settle. Hold on. I need everybody looking. S-E-T-T-L-E. Settle. Nice job, first grade. I do have a full video on Rhyme Magic in my phonics phonemic awareness video. It's not a full video on Rhyme Magic. I go into depth on it. So Rhyme Magic, you start with just, I have it right here, the vowel cards, and when they're fluent with that, you move on to rhymes, which is the vowel and everything after it. I keep this in my back table because for my low ones, I usually always pull it. But anyways, we've been practicing with just the rhymes, and then yesterday we practiced spelling CVC words. So I would say spell the word bet, B-E-T, not yesterday, last week. Spell the word bet, B-E-T. So when you practice with the CVC words, you use your finger as a placeholder, you spell the word bet, B-E-T. They all spell it together. And you practice some of those, and then you add in the endings, which are these. And I put it up on my PowerPoint. I showed you guys what my PowerPoint looks like, so it's a bit larger. But we practiced the endings today, and I just did some very simple ones. So I did mommy, and I taught them the double rule. So one I could do with this one would be funny. Spell funny, F-U-N-N-Y. We reviewed some kindergarten sight words with our I words. We're gonna review our kindergarten sight words. This time I just want you to say the word one time. Let's see if we can beat our timer of 1 minute. Do you think we can do it?
Yeah.
Good, you don't have to shout it.
A. Funny. And you. Yellow. With. Where. We. Was. Up. 2. 3. The.
3 seconds. So I'm gonna give you 3 bonus dojo points.
Yes.
We're gonna practice new sight words that we're actually going to be seeing in our poem. These apples up top, they're for tapping our sounds. These sound boxes are where we write the letters that match the sounds. Then we read it, and then we write it. Does that make sense? Every, say every. Okay, we are going to tap for every single sound we hear. See if you can do it with me. E. Good. If you didn't get it the first time, try it again. E. Every. We're gonna write a letter for those sounds that we hear. Okay, ready? First sound. What letter? E. Let me make sure my pen is working. Let's tap the sounds again. Ready? E. What do you think is going to go here? Listen. E. What do you think? A V. Nice job. Ready? Listen again. E. Okay, thumbs up by your heart. If you remember this secret, yes, what letters will spell You are good. For the word every, we're going to use this green card. We're going to use the ER spelling. Good. So help me spell ER. And remember, we're writing 2 letters in this box because it's one sound. Ready? E. Who remembers our ending for that E sound that we just practiced? What is it?
Y.
It's a Y, because Y can say E or I or E or I or E. All of these letters are short in this one.
We can just copy them. Because they're bad drivers. They're bad drivers.
Awful, terrible, no good drivers. Let's smash those apples. G-O-ing. One more time. G-O-ing. How many sounds? 3. But I have a feeling it's going to be more than 3 letters. Let's map those sounds. Ready? G-O-ing. Ready? First letter.
G.
G. Ready? Tap it with me. G-O-ing. What goes here? Oh, is it lazy or is it a superhero? Superhero, because it's nice and strong. Tap it with me. G-O-ing. Who remembers how we spell ing? Thumbs up by your heart if you remember how we spell ing. And whisper to your friend what you think it is. Ooh. My turn. Okay. How many of you remember this secret from kindergarten? It's one of our endings too. All of these 4 spellings, they live in the wonderful city of Hong Kong. And they love to watch the clock. And every time that clock chimes, they hear their names. Do it with me. Ing, ang, ong, ong. One more time. Ing, ang, ong, ong. So in the word go, ing, what letter are we going to use? I. G. Oh my gosh, first grade, kiss your brain. So smart. Going. Going. Good. Our G goes down to the basement. Oh, it's short or tall? Short. I short or tall? N short or tall? G goes down to the basement. What's the word? Going. Are you ready to practice mapping your own sounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so? We're going to use this side. Keep your marker close. Nice job, first grade. Oh my gosh, I'm looking. Beautiful job. What sound? Nope. Hold on, first grade. Wait, listen. We need to say those sounds. Ready? Good. Spell And when we learn our sight words that way, it helps our brain remember them. I also have cards for the sight words, okay? New ones for us to add. This is the word going. Say going. We're gonna wave goodbye and like grab a suitcase because we're going on a trip. Ready? Going. Grab the suitcase. Wave goodbye. Going. Every. We're gonna point our hands like this. Every which, oh, we did beat our timer. Every which way. Do it with me. Every which way. Obviously, I can't go back and map every kindergarten sight word that they had. And if you're in first grade or second grade, you can't go like back and map every single word. So for the kindergarten sight words, I just did I get an email? I just did a review. And I used strictly I words. And then for our poem today, I pulled out 2 of the sight words we were going to see, and I had this on the screen, and I kind of showed them how we'd be using it because this template, I already talked about it with you guys, but there's different templates for like different seasons, so I'm going to just swap it out every season. These are cool. These are clean slates boards. This one has been loved. They actually do have replacement stickers you can get, so you can keep the board, but just like replace this little sticker. And this is a dry erase sleeve pocket. This one has, it's been loved, and this one of my boys 2 years ago did this. So I still love them. They're great. They have a spot for a marker. I need to get new markers. It's fine. it is, you know, this, it just is what it is at this point. But anyways, so then they got a chance to do it on their own, and this today took so long because it was the first time we did it. I was introducing procedures for these whiteboards, and it's just a lot, but they're doing great. So we mapped our sight words, then we went into poetry. They absolutely love poetry. Now, and crayons are for writing on what? Paper. All right, take your finger, put on the title. 2nd grade superstar. I, good, color I, and say it, I. Good, let's move to the second line right here. Who sees a sight word?
That.
That, everybody color that, say it, that.
B.
B, good, everybody say B.
B.
3 in a row, I am so. Good, nope. 2.
Call you Miss A.
Where's, oh, you're right. I did miss A. Thank you for catching that. And then one more. Go. After poetry, we did our read aloud. They did a super good job with our read aloud. My turn. When it's my turn, your voice is? I need you to.
Look, listen, learn.
Good, say it. Look, listen, and learn. Have you ever heard someone say, don't mention it?
Yeah.
Yeah, mention is like when you say something. She mentioned to me that you were playing in the hallway. She told me you were playing in the hallway. Mention, it means to say. Mention. Strict. What do you think strict means?
Strict, serious.
Strict about it. They're serious about it, right? Can anybody go when someone's holding a stop sign? No, that is certain. It is strict. It is serious. Strict. Thoughtful. Look what he's doing. Certain. You're looking certain. Mention. Strict and thoughtful. Good. I want you to be really good listeners. If you hear one of those words, you touch your nose if you hear one of those words. That'll be our secret signal. And if I see you touch your nose, I know you heard one of those words. I'm going to put our vocabulary words up on our vocabulary chart. Strictly. Ooh, good listening. Strictly no elephant. The trouble with having a tiny elephant for a pet is that you never quite fit in. I already hear a problem. Can you close our door, please? I already hear a problem. I'm going to read that first line again, and I want you to listen for that problem, okay? The trouble with having a tiny elephant for a pet is that you can never quite fit in. His is a very thoughtful sort of walk. Thoughtful. He must be what? He must be strong if he can lift his little baby elephant. When I look up, there's a sign on the door.
Yeah, it's still no.
Oh, you made a connection, huh?
Yeah.
What sign do you think's on that door?
Strictly no.
You know, I'm looking at their faces right now, and I'm making a prediction that what is on the sign is not something that they are going to like. Can you make the faces they're making? It's like they're a little bit shocked. Yeah, they look shocked, surprised. Remember when we were drawing our faces last week?
Yeah.
They look surprised. Strictly no elephants. I love it. Good job, my friends, listening for that vocabulary word, strict. And there's no words on this page. We just have to look at the picture. And do you notice anything about the picture?
It's blue.
It's blue and it's raining. How do you feel? Think in your brain to yourself. How do you feel when you look at this picture? Think to yourself. Try to tell a friend, how are you feeling when you're looking at this picture? This part in the story, I do not feel good about. What's their problem right now? Yeah, it's raining and they're not allowed in the pet club. They have two problems. They don't even have their umbrella. They're feeling so dejected and sad. The sign didn't mention skunks. The girl says, mention. What do they have in common?
They had in common that they were both sad.
They're both sad? Who can tell me why they might both be sad?
Like the other people. So that's why they're both sad.
You're right. She said they wanted to go, but they didn't have pets like the other people. There's no pictures on this page either. But how do we feel when we see this page?
Happy. happy.
Yeah, we feel happy. We feel joy. We feel much better than we felt before. Characters have problems, but characters change. Say change. Change. Characters have problems, but characters change. Do you notice the change from this page to this page? It's colorful. A lot of times when you're reading a book, the illustrator will give you clues about how our characters are feeling just with the colors on the page. Look like from the story.
Yes.
It was blue, it was raining, it was sad. I didn't feel very happy reading it. But then all of a sudden, they saw somebody, what?
Sitting on the bed.
They saw somebody?
Sitting on the bed.
They saw somebody sitting on the bench. And they were similar, weren't they? What does similar mean?
Like, the same.
The same, right? Should we say? They were similar, but they both had a similar problem. Their problem was they weren't allowed at the pet club to start their own club.
To start their own club.
Where all were welcome.
We're all welcome.
Because that's what good friends do.
Because that's what good friends do.
When you come up, you can use the star pointer if you want. And I will put it on your dojo for your parents to see. Then after the read aloud, we were supposed to do centers, but guess what? We did not have time for centers because it took so long to do everything else. We still have not been physically in centers yet, and we're going into the 4th week of school. So guess what? If you feel bad about not doing something or being behind, I'm right there with you. It's okay. We're fine. So how many groups does Ms. Call have?
4.
Yes, Ms. Call has 4 groups. I have crickets, fireflies, honeybees, and dragonflies. When you did centers in kindergarten, where did you have to stay? At your center, right? So Ms. Powell's going to put pictures of where our centers are. Here's the first one. Say writing.
Writing.
Right here. Writing. Okay, our next one.
Library.
And computers is on this leaf right here, okay? So those are the 4 centers that we have to start. Cricket groups, I have those are my crickets. Then I have my fireflies, then my honeybees, and my last one, the dragonflies. I was going to put a picture every day of where you're supposed to go so you're not confused, but I just didn't have time to do it today. Is that okay? Thank you for being patient. I know. Thank you. On Monday, you might be in writing. On Tuesday, you might be in the library. I told myself this year I was going to go slow. I was going to make sure that I set that groundwork so I could fly. So that's what we're doing. We're going really slow. I also had someone come in here today to talk about AR with me, so I feel a little bit less intimidated about that because I can just get my readers who are already reading in AR, and the other ones, guess what I got? They dropped off some decodables for me, so that's great. I do have decodables that I'm going to be using for my small groups by Hello Literacy. I'll link them for you below. These are just the half pint readers, which I actually had no idea which books they were going to be giving us, but these are good. 3, oh, there is 6, but there's not like, it's not like a ton, like it's just 1 per vowel. So like this is going to last not very long, but it's something. So glad to have it, but this is what they look like. It's all CVC words. So will I use them? Absolutely. Wish I could get more. And for writing today, we did people drawing. If I don't have a pencil, what can I do? Oh, be a problem solver. I can get it myself. Oh, do you see what just happened? Everybody got super, super loud. I only saw 2 of my friends being leaders. Okay, I'm going to show you something super cool that I made for you. Wow. How to draw a person. So we already practiced making faces. Today we're going to practice making people. I'm going to put it up on the front board so we can all see it. For one, we're going to start with what? The head. Wait a second. Should I put my head right here?
No!
Wait, why not?
Because then you can't draw the body.
Yeah, I won't have anywhere for the body.
Don't have any space.
I won't have any space. I am actually going to draw my head over here because we're going to practice drawing a bunch of different people. A head nice and round. Go ahead. Go ahead. Did you get it? You can get a new one. Go ahead. It's a head.
Oh, I get it.
Okay, somebody got the joke. All right, after the head, we have to draw the what?
Bye.
The body. Can Miss Call show you how we draw a body? Because guess what? We are so done with stick figures. Ready? Watch. It's this shirt. It looks like a little mini person right now. Go ahead. Good. After you make the shirt, can you close the bottom? Nice job, first grade. After we draw the body, right here, we need our legs. Watch me. Watch. I see your pencils in your paper. Watch me. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3 lines. Look, then I have some legs. 1, 2, 3 lines. We're going to practice making a bunch of different clothes, too. We'll practice making dresses. All right, what else does this body need that that body has right here? Arms. Watch how I make the sleeves. Ready? I'm right here by that neck. Just like that. Can you make sleeves for me? It's starting to really look like a person, huh? I'm gonna draw just 1 line down for the arm. Okay, after we draw, nice job. After we draw the body, we need what? Hands and, watch how I do it. Here's my hand. Boom, 1, 2. My shoes, boom, 1, 2. Kind of like an oval shape for the shoes. And my arms, it kind of looks like they're down to the side. If you want to, you can draw the other side of it if you don't really want it to be down right by the side. All right, check your neighbor, say, nice job.
Nice job.
I'm going to show you my faces that we practiced last week. I want you to stay on this page. Just watch mine, okay? We practiced making a happy face, an upset face, a surprised face, and an angry face. I'm going to leave my page here so you can see it. I want you to give your person one of these faces that we practiced. Go ahead. I'm going to teach you how to draw the braids because that one is actually a little bit tricky. So I'm going to show you really quick. I'm going to start by making her hair come down like that. Sometimes I even like to give them a headband, maybe like a bow. To draw braids, if any of my girls want or boys want to draw braids, I actually make little hearts like that. 1 heart, 2 heart, 3 heart. And it looks kind of like braids. What kind of girl do you think I should make?
Happy face.
Happy? Okay, I'll draw her happy.
Like a Nike symbol.
Oh, I could.
Or dragons.
I'm going to make a little check for the Nike symbol. Can I show you how to make shoelaces really quickly?
You could do,
Ready, watch. 1 loop, 2 loops. I'm going to zoom you in. There we go. 2 loops and then a squiggle, squiggle. 2 loops, like a heart, and a squiggle, squiggle. And there are my shoes. Introduce them to your character. He likes basketball. I'm going to draw basketball on his shirt. I'm going to draw my ground line way back here so it looks like there's lots of space. Ooh, I can draw the playground. After you've written where they are somewhere. Then you're going to bring it to me to check and I will let you color, okay? A people drawing lesson, which is one of my favorite lessons because after that, they start drawing some really nice people. Okay, I really just wanted to get the drawing foundation set because we're going to be starting opinion next week and I want them to be good to go. We're doing dictated sentences. We're doing lots of support. So next week, still going to have some. Still going to have some that struggle. That's the whole point. Into math. 3. Okay, watch me. I'm going to take away 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you do the same? Good. I want you to touch and whisper count how many are left. Don't say it out loud. Just whisper count. Show me on your fingers. What's our answer? Oh, I can see some of you are using the 10 frame strategy. Good. See if you can solve it. 7 minus 2. See if you can solve it. That's creative. What is she going to do? Take away. Why are we taking away? Not because there's too much. What's telling me to take away?
The subtraction.
The subtraction sign right here is telling me to take away. How many are we taking away? 2. Okay, go ahead. And here's where I'm kind of torn because it is hard to fit science and social studies into your day, which the best thing to do is to integrate it into your reading block if you can, which I will do, but I'm not going to do that every single week. I questioned if I should just try to do like my big science or social studies lessons, mostly science on Fridays. We have a STEM teacher and she does science with them. And social studies, a lot of the social studies skills really can be done through read alouds. So I'm considering just wiping that like dedicated block and extending some of the other blocks. I don't know. That's just my thought process. We did our math. We were just reviewing some subtraction today. I feel like a lot of my kids are ready to go, and the ones that are not, who just don't understand it at all, are the ones who just need very, very basic interventions. Because the other ones, they were like rocking and rolling, ready to go. So now we're really getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I can see very clearly, like, these are my kids that know exactly what they're doing. These are my kids who just need more practice. These are my kids who need a lot of extra help. So it'll be a lot easier to differentiate differentiate moving forward. But anyways, if you can't tell, my brain is all over the place. It's out here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, good morning. Today is Tuesday. So I have a couple of things I need to do this morning. I also want to try to lesson plan. It's 7:25. Kids will obviously get here at 8:40. I want to try to do a little bit of lesson planning with you guys, just because I have a mom coming in on Thursday. Hopefully, I won't be here Thursday or Friday, but hopefully my parent volunteers can still come in. I want to go ahead and make sure I'm like fully planned and good to go for next week, and I want to try to include some of that in this vlog without being super chatty. I would love to do a separate plan with me video, but I realize that's not going to happen, and it hasn't happened yet, so maybe in the future. Okay, I'm ready to sit down and plan. It is 7:45. I have plenty of time. Before we get started, I do want to show you my scope and sequence. It is not a full scope and sequence. I'm kind of working through it as the year goes on, and I've already moved and adjusted things because there's just things that I couldn't predict for. But let me show you my scope and sequence. I have the template in my, if you go in the description box and click all of my links, it is in the free resources category. But I'll just show you what it looks like for next week, because that's kind of where I'm starting my planning, is looking at that scope and sequence. And then if there's anything that's not filled in, I'll kind of fill it in afterwards and mark what I've done or haven't done, so that next year it's smoother. Because yes, I've taught first grade before, but last year it was in a combo class, and then it was a few years before that I was on a team of 9, and it was so long ago that I couldn't use the same scope and sequence. It would have just needed to be updated. So I'll actually just show you what it's looked like so far. And I tried to go through and like cross out things I didn't do. Like here I didn't read this book even though I wanted to. Here I didn't do this even though I wanted to. We just haven't had time. Okay, so this was week 1. Week 2, I think I did all of that. I didn't do the Recess Queen, but that's okay. And then week 3, I focused on character and setting for my comprehension. All of this is pretty much right. Week 4, which is this week, and I'm kind of doing the theme at the top as I go. So like this was a good week for like friendship week, because our social studies has to do with friendship, the book has to do with friendship. Our poem kind of has to do with friendship, and that just worked out. So next week, this is what I have so far. Here it is. This is my monthly planner, what it kind of looks like right now. So I've kind of just mapped out, okay, this week I want to do Strictly No Elephants. Next week I want to do the Leaf Thief. Then I want to do the Koala Who Could. Then I want to do the Last Leaf. And then this is my writing. The green is my math. So I've just kind of like roughly mapped it out. Just so I could get this week planned, I wanted to make sure I had like an outline. So keep in mind, all of this is already done, and then this was this week. It's going to be super simple. I am going to do a screen recording, that way you guys can kind of see how I'm doing it all. And with digital planning, it's a lot quicker, I think, than normal planning would be. Okay, I'm gonna stop chatting. So this is my planner from not this week, but obviously the last week, but it was a more normal week. So instead of taking this template from this week, which is all messed up, I'm actually gonna take the template from the week of the 22nd, copy and paste this whole thing. Copy, and then into September we go, and paste. All right, and then I'm gonna go through and edit and erase things that are going to be different this time around. I also need to get my opinion mentor text. I just realized that, because if we're going to be starting opinion, oh, we have no school on Monday. And again, the other thing I'm considering, I talked about it yesterday, was kind of removing that social studies block. I'm going to give it a go this next week, and if it really is not working, now that we're kind of getting faster with things, if it's really not working, I'll just save it for Friday and make Friday like more in depth. So I still have a lot of like beginning of the year stuff in here. So next week it'll be even easier to plan. Okay, here's kind of the blank "this is what's left" template. I'm gonna put in my dates. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And any other important things from my calendar that I need to put in here. So like the fact that we don't have school on Monday. I know I have a meeting this Friday. I'm just gonna put that a little bit nicer. And I like to highlight important things 2 times like that. I guess I can zoom in. Everything you see here, that's normally what we would do on Monday. But since our week is a little bit shorter, I'm gonna have to condense my normal routine. Always easier for me to plan my read aloud first. Also on my iPad, I have a paper feel screen protector. I'm gonna scoot that over, and I'll copy and paste this into the rest of the week. It actually is nice to have an iPad if you're someone who like really cares about how neat your planner is, because if you write things like I'm doing vocab every week, I'm doing this picture retell every week, I write it one time and then if I like the way it looks I can just copy and paste it. Let's do my phonics grammar and shared reading. Apples. I wanted to do an apple week in September though. Come in! Hey! Georgina is interrupting this plan with me. Oh, cute! They're cute!
I wasn't sure if you and Kelly had wanted them.
Can I have them? Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. Last, or the YouTube video that was with you, somebody was like, more Georgina. Here.
Dude, these kids are almost broken like 2 of these now.
I know.
Cute, right?
No, I think that's
they
fine
like
because
they have
did
a
you
weird.
see, why can't I get this in there?
Yeah, okay.
Are you planned ahead?
Planned ahead for this week.
Oh.
We do have
Planned
our
ahead for this week?
That's ahead.
Not
Yes.
planned ahead, you're prepped.
Oh. Tall down, roll around.
You guys do that on Wednesdays?
Because they all plan ahead, and then I'm just like, like walking in, like, what are y'all doing? Like, can I
You're
have a copy of that? I'm not a freeloader, but
I was just talking about how much I liked digital planning.
I wish I liked it. And just like the feeling of all my little flare pens, you know? Like, I just get kind of frustrated with the whole, like, moving back and forth, like, colors. Like, I want it all to be color coordinated, and I'd just rather have my
It
5.
is so much easier.
I know, but I'd rather have, like, my 5 flare pens out than, like, and then I can, and then, I don't know, just the flipping of pages versus, like, the turning, I don't know. I need to.
I feel you. I mean, that's kind of how people feel about either reading on a Kindle or reading with a real book. So you're a real book.
I need to become a reader again.
How was it writing?
Yeah.
Actually.
Hit or miss.
Yeah.
They have it for numbers.
See, that's what we've been doing, is their illustration unit.
Oh, I like it for numbers, because honestly, those other rhymes songs of like the I don't like the 2 one. The 2 one doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't really, you know. I like 3
Around then back on the railroad track. Because you go around, then you go back to where you started on the railroad. You don't get it?
I feel like I don't have the right, you know. I don't say it right.
Yeah. Something I did last year to get prepped for this year, since I knew I'd be teaching first
Look at
grade.
this. I just get to watch the YouTube video early. I'm just like, tell me more.
Even though you teach kindergarten. Is I prepped all of my writing units so that I'd be good to go. So all of the writing posters that I'm going to be using for opinion, I already have printed and ready to go.
Oh my God, you're so smart. I think I saw a comment on your video that someone was like, oh my gosh, like I wonder if other teachers watched your YouTube videos before, because I would just die.
Did you see my response?
What'd you say? I didn't see it.
I said, honestly, it's awkward. Okay. So
no, it's, you know, it's the worst, because now any cute little crafts that she does, I can't do it with my kids, because then they're going to be, I can't, because then I would ruin the.
I'm not going to gatekeep my crafts.
What if the parents, like, what if I do your same little, like, your little Valentine's Day one? And then the parents are going to be like, I got this already. You know? I can't do it.
So it's actually not good having me here. You want me gone.
Yeah, you should leave.
Actually, I changed my mind. Get out.
A little heart, and it says, I love you. And then it just like has like the little foam stickers on a frame, and then it's just like magnet to go on the fridge. But my mom still has all of ours from when we were all in kindergarten.
That is so cute. Georgina is the best. You're my witness that I tried to get stuff done today, and I couldn't because Georgina came in and totally distracted. No, I'm just kidding. So here's kind of my camera died. Here's kind of the chart that I'm thinking of. So like in one quadrant, we'll have fall or autumn, winter, spring, summer. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking, and I'm not going to plan out the rest of the week because I don't think there's anything. I don't know, I might have like a little fall activity the next day. Not totally done, but that is me roughly mapping out what next week is gonna look like. I have a couple of small things that I need to it's kind of like a little mini plan with me. I don't know if that was helpful or not. And I don't know if it was helpful or not to see it in this video. I would have made it a separate video, but I do not have the time. So I'm going to pull up my PowerPoint for the kids to get here, start some music, and start our day. So what did I get for you guys today? I got phonics warm up. I got some blending for you. Nice job. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Sound it out. Beautiful job. What sound is next? Expression. Say expression.
Expression.
Good. How do I know how to read one of these lines? Where's there a clue?
The punctuation.
The punctuation at the end. Okay, so this one is called in?
Exclamation
Oh,
mark.
is she the only one? This one is called in?
Exclamation mark.
An exclamation mark, so we should read it like we're really excited. The other ones we have a
Period.
A period, so we read it normal. Are you ready? Second grade superstar. I know that I'm going far. Learning will be so much fun. I am so glad to meet everyone. Okay, Miss Call already said if you don't have a pencil, you need to be a what? Problem solver. I gave you 5 seconds. Please go solve your problem. Where do we usually find capital letters? Yeah, at the beginning of the sentence. There's capital letters somewhere else in our poem. Do you see them?
Yes, at the title.
In the title, right? Because these words are important. When we do our capital letters, make sure, I'm going to zoom in so you can see, we're just doing 3 lines super close together. 3, I am seeing that you guys are being super smart and zipping up your pouches so that none of your crayons spill on the floor. I love it. All right, our pink crayon is for our punctuation. Okay, our first punctuation mark is called a exclamation point. Good. A period. I want you to find all of your punctuations, color them nice and neat. I filmed a little bit of our read aloud just so you can kind of see. Oh, well, that's a really great angle. Just so you can kind of see how different my questions are from day to day. There's actually something else in this picture that you might not have seen yesterday.
His umbrella. Polka dot umbrella.
There is his umbrella, isn't there?
We saw the hedgehog.
Do you see?
Yeah.
Why do you think this little boy and the hedgehog are in the window?
Because he couldn't go to the club too because they would be afraid because they might poke them. Needle.
Feels like he's left out too, huh?
Yeah.
Good, let's keep reading. Do you see something we didn't notice before?
Yes.
What do you see? The penguin and?
The giraffe.
Oh, interesting, because at the start of the book, who did we know was left out? Yeah, we knew that the boy and the elephant were left out, but their problem was actually the same problem that a few other friends were having too. Come along, I say, making certain that my tiny elephant follows me, because that's what friends do, never leave anyone behind. Yeah, they were feeling all of those things. And are all of those things normal things for us to feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, we feel those things all the time. In fact, was he the only one that was feeling those things?
No.
No, he wasn't. And he decided to do what about that?
Make his own club.
Make his own club. So by him, hold on, I hear lots of little voices. So for him making his own club, he actually helped who?
The girl with the stuff and all the other people that could.
How did he help other people? What was similar about him and the other people who were at his pet club? All of those little boys and girls were what? Yeah, because they weren't allowed. They were excluded. They weren't allowed into that special secret club. Do you think here at school there's ever times where you might feel excluded or left out? What do you think we can do when that happens to us? And then, let's see, I filmed a little bit of us making our story map. Hey, first grade, I have a question about this word elephant. If I try to sound it out, it would sound like this. And what's different about this word?
It's PH.
Yeah, P and H, my friends. Some of you might remember this secret from kindergarten. P and H are not making the sounds that they're supposed to make. And whenever letters are not doing what they're supposed to, there's probably a secret. They're making the sound. Say elephant.
Elephant.
Do you hear that sound?
Yeah.
And it's because when these two letters get together, they do something super silly. They like to make phony phone call. Pretend to be Mr. F. They are really slow and they're not great at it. I have some kids who don't finish it, and that's okay. That's okay. That we are looking for growth. First graders act like it is the hardest thing in the world to write 3 sentences. It is a struggle for them. We're working on it. Got to do better at the bathroom. We've got to do better.
Like quiet.
We were playing, we were not quiet. Some of my friends were not even walking in the hallway. They were sliding on their bottoms. We have to do better. Then we practiced centers. Centers was really, really good. We pretended that it was, today's Tuesday, we pretended that it was Wednesday and then Thursday and then Monday to practice all of our centers, and I was being silly with them and making jokes that they're wearing the same clothes that they wore yesterday, and then did they have a good weekend, even though we were just pretending. So they did a good job with centers, and they only earned 1 smart cookie. We did 4 rotations and they only earned 1 smart cookie. I'm trying to be really, really strict with them so they know the only way they get that cookie is if they do a great job. Where are my honeybees going?
Library.
Library. Where are my dragonflies going?
Word.
You first.
Smart.
You're first.
Yes. I will like.
All right, but we started practicing centers on Tuesday. We did Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We don't do centers on Friday. Friday is the day that you can finish your work, and we have Fun Friday. But we forgot to practice Monday centers. So let's all have a really good weekend. Everybody have a good weekend. Everybody have a good weekend. Get plenty of rest. Change your clothes. You guys have been wearing the same clothes all week. Change your clothes. Smelly. You're right. Oh my gosh, happy Monday. I missed you guys so much. Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Did anybody go anywhere or do anything fun?
I went to the pool.
Oh, cool. My turn.
I went to nothing.
So these are the last centers that we need to practice for today. So, oh, hold on, have a seat. Uno mas. Okay, have a seat. The last centers we need to practice for today, so we could potentially earn 1 more cookie today. But some of the things that we did were when they were in word work, I taught them how to do the CVC toolbox. Basically, they just build words. It's like an Amazon product. And then they practice doing word ladders. And then in writing, they practice lists. And if they got done with that, they could do something different. And then my library was doing library. And my computer people were just doing Legos because getting the Chromebooks out for like 6 minutes at a time was not worth all that effort. So they got 1 station today where they did actually get to play. But I just wanted to say, I don't know what has taken me so long to like get the full rotation going. I've been going so slow. Don't know what it is. That's okay. But they did a really good job with it, and I really like the way that I did it today, where we were only in the center for like 6 to 8 minutes, and I was in each center and I was showing them exactly what to do, and I only gave them like 2 choices to work on in each center. So word, work, and writing. And then we did a full, let's practice cleaning up, coming to the carpet. Did we earn a smart cookie? No, why not? Okay, let's pretend it's the next day. Okay, here's your center for today. Only get these 2 choices and do it. And just in 35, 40 minutes, them getting all that practice, that was so good. I think last week what I was doing was I was showing them things that would be in their center folder. That's why I didn't do it. But this week we are hitting it hard. So tomorrow we're going to do the same thing. We're going to practice all 4 centers. And I really, really like that. Just keeping it super, super short, being in each center. These are your 2 choices today. These are your 2 choices today that we can kind of add on. We did a writing lesson. Our writing lesson today, honestly, I just wanted them to practice people drawing again. I had a bunch of students who were not here yesterday to practice people drawing. We drew me today because they draw their teacher a lot. And we wrote about me, and I made that big funny deal about it, and they thought it was so silly and so fun.
Your husband.
I don't want to draw my husband. Okay. You've convinced me. Let's finish drawing this call. I'm going to draw some spots on my shirt. And my coffee cup, it actually proves that I'm the best teacher ever. It says, best teacher ever. To the person next to you, say, wow, your Miss Call looks so good. Call, C-A-L-L. And I'm going to draw an arrow so everyone knows that's Miss Call.
Does your sister call you your mother?
No, she calls me Maylene. My first name is Maylene. I know you know. I have to write all of these. Miss Call is just giving you examples. You can just pick one that you want to do. When you are done writing, I want you to go back and draw where I could be in this picture. You can make me anywhere in the whole wide world. You can make me in a classroom. You can make me at your house. You can make me at the beach. You can make me in the mountains. You can make me at the playground. Wow, who's that beautiful girl?
You.
Me? Who's that?
Beautiful girl.
Wow. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So we drew me today because they draw their teacher a lot, and we wrote about me, and I made that big funny deal about it, and they thought it was so silly and so fun. And then they were dying to see like my husband and my sister because they know that I'm going out of town for my sister's wedding, and so I just showed them like a bunch of photos of my husband, my sister, and my dog, and all these other things, and they always think that is the best thing ever. Actually, sometimes when they see my husband, they're like, ew, because they know he's my husband. This is a picture of, oh, here's Tesla on the couch. Tesla. Oh, there's all you guys.
Why is that all?
That's my whole camera roll is full of pictures of you guys.
Why is your house in boxes?
Here's a picture of us watching our toaster oven.
That's weird.
Here's a picture of a dinner that Miss Cole cooked.
Oh, yummy.
Can you guess what store this is?
Yeah, Target.
Yeah, today was a really, really good day. Like probably one of my favorite days that we've ever had because I could be silly with them, but we could balance it out and we could actually get stuff done.
Judging by the fact that they have one.
Like, would you say middle? I can say like,
Don't do it.
what's, don't do it. Run now.
2, 3, 4 colors. Any other colors for your mix today?
I don't think so. I think
That would be just around 5 to so 4 colors. 3 will be.
Oh, we got the cheese bowl. I feel like it's gonna be too hard to eat. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, which is kind of like my Friday. This morning I got here early to work on sub plans. Our district actually has a sub shortage, and one thing that I've realized the past 2 times that I've left things for subs is keeping our normal routine, doing things we normally would, probably isn't going to happen as often as I think it will, just because we do have a sub shortage and they're pulling from all over the school to cover my class whenever I'm gone. So for example, when I was out last Friday afternoon, my kids had 4 different teachers subbing for them. So it's kind of like an in and out type thing. So what I'm doing for my sub plans, because we do have a sub shortage, is I am just listing on our schedule things they need to know, like our morning routine. They need to get their B binders, they need to check for parent notes. But as far as like the work goes, I'm just going to be leaving a bunch of options and they can just pick and choose what they want to do with the kids. So bare bones of the schedule, these are the things you must do for them, and then you can choose what you want to do for the rest of the day. So we'll see how that goes. I think it'll be better than me stressing over, okay, this is what we need to do for this and this is what we need to do for this, because they might not even be in our classroom. Like they could be in another teacher's room for that teacher's prep. So I'm making my life a little bit easier. I'm feeling today's going to be a super great day. I just feel like this week has been chef's kiss. Oh, also earrings are by Poppy, my favorite. I will leave her shop in the description box with my code so you can save money. Little teacher earrings. I thought they're cute with like the little yellow dress. So that's the look. Okay, ready? No.
Yeah.
Ready? Rub. Good. Second row. Yes, ready? Cub. Good. Yes, ready? Tug. What else can my second grader be saying?
6 times 6 is what?
Yeah, she could be doing a math problem. What else could she be saying? Remember, we draw the ground, not at the very, very bottom. We draw it a little bit further back. That way we can see how big the room is. I'm going to say they're at the front of the classroom, and there's a whiteboard behind them.
Okay.
How do I know what any of this is?
Label.
Label. So I'm going to say maybe this is me. This is a boy. I can label pencils, desk. Okay, do I have labels?
Yeah.
Do I have a speech bubble?
Yeah.
Did I use my pencil?
Yes.
Did I make it look nice and neat?
Yes.
Did I color?
No.
Okay, do you know what to do?
Yes.
Okay, when I call you, you're gonna find a smart place to work. Miss Call's gonna give you a long time. You have 10 minutes. If you do a good job with your voice level on red, I will let you move to blue. All right, if you are a girl, you make your poetry folder. You don't need your pouch because there's pencils at your table. Voices are. The trouble with having a tiny elephant for a pet is that you never quite fit in. Strictly no elephants. Good job, strict. Hopefully I got something for you today. I'm not really sure. It was interesting. So I have my main sub-plans. You can't really see. I don't really want you to see on like this little clipboard right here. And just like basic class info, a printed roster. And then I have Thursday quote unquote plans in here. And then like one activity that I really want them to do. And then Friday quote unquote plans in here. It's basically the bare bones of our schedule. And all of the completed work will go in those bins. I really like that. Just like saying like, here's the plans, here's the bin, finished work goes in here. And then any other time they're in here, there's a bunch of different options they can do. Here's some math time fillers that they can choose from. I just printed a bunch of things. And then some literacy time fillers that they can choose from. I have the sight word cards in there too. So I just have all that there for them. Hopefully that'll help. And then the other thing I did, because I wasn't sure who or how many people are going to be in here. I know that it can be really hard coming into a room that you're not familiar with. So I put yellow signs everywhere. Is this overkill? Maybe. I feel like I would appreciate it going into someone else's room that I'm not familiar with. Yellow signs. So this one says like they can put their bee binders here. This one is showing them where like pencils and things are. This one back here is pointing to the Chromebook situation because it's just a jumble of cords. And then showing them where they can find puzzles and STEM bins down there if they want to pick a read aloud. Kind of asking them to pick from that cubby. Hopefully they respect that. But that's the room. And it is the end of the day. I am super tired, so I am going to go. This is a short week. Next week is Labor Day. Week after that is staff development. So we'll see what these vlogs end up looking like. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me in my classroom. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and join our family down below. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll see you in the next one.